Here are those basic aptitudes that we would all be able to agree on that each human ought to have, including survival and basic skills. However, these days, there is another set of abilities we ought to acquire in addition to fundamental basic instincts. Try not to think little of the significance of being set up for a crisis. In this list, you will discover every one of those work skills you need to stay updated to the fast-moving technological era and also in crisis. Here are 15 work skills everybody needs to know how to do. 1. You should know basic survival skills. In case you ever be stranded in a forest or compelled to go in the woods alone, you'd need to know the best places to get water, what you can and can't eat in the wild, where to construct a makeshift bed, how to get a fish, how to accurately cross a river, how to keep your center body temperature high, and considerably more. Get a survival reference and start learning. This work skill will make you realize the importance of the most basic things that we utilize in our daily lives. 2. You should know how to grow your own vegetables. Regardless of the possibility that you live in a city, you should try to figure out how to grow your own particular vegetables, including a wide range of fruits, herbs and organic products. It takes a great deal of aptitude, experience and time to make these plants bear significant yield, so in case you're keen on learning this work skill, then don't squander one more moment. You may require this aptitude one day. 3. You should know how to swim. In case you don't know how to swim yet, you have to genuinely consider learning. There are various crucial circumstances where you may need to utilize your work skill. Keep in mind the end goal to survive or help another person in the water. 4. You should know how to change a tire. It's possible you get a flat tire while on your way to work one day, with no access to an auto repair shop, maybe even stranded in the middle of no place. Imagine a scenario in which nobody on a trek knew how to change the tire. Changing a tire is something you can figure out how to do in a matter of minutes that could spare you heaps of time and migraines on your next street trip. Also, this work skill can give you the chance to help another man and initiate a conversation. 5. You should know how to develop a site. This is another issue of basic technological education. Everybody ought to have a site, whether it's for personal use or for a business. If you don't have the foggiest idea about the nuts and bolts of building a site, you need to enlist somebody or purchase a format. You will profit an incredible amount from learning. It's additionally an awesome work skill to gain a side salary. 6. You should know how to think basically and question the present state of affairs. With all the data readily available, now like never before, we should have the capacity to have an independent mind, question the present method for getting things done, and be reproachful of all types of media, government, and training. This work skill will add value to your aptitude and personality. 7. You should know how to cook an egg the right way. An excessive number of individuals are spoiling their breakfast by messing this up. Come on, human, it's a great opportunity to take in the correct method for doing this. Runny or undercooked eggs are terrible for your taste buds, as well as it increases your chances of getting salmonella. 8. You should know how to perform a CPR. Would you like to save a life? 70% of people feel defenseless during a heart attack, and here's another astonishing measurement: the life you spare is in all probability the life of somebody you cherish, in light of the fact that 4 out of 5 heart failures happen at home. This work skill can be very useful throughout your life and will not only benefit you but also the people around you. 9. You should know how to manage your time. Work skills. Time organization is an exact artwork and science, and on the off chance that you haven't examined it yet, you should. Applying these standards of time organization to your life can get you back valuable hours you didn't have any acquaintance with you had, and totally kill a lot of your profitability-wrecking behaviors. 10. You should know how to recall people's names. The vast majority are burnt out for that reason that appears to simply come out of everyone's mouths: I'm bad at recalling names. Let's quit coming up with this rationalization in light of the fact that a man's name is the absolute most imperative thing you can recollect when you meet another person. A decent approach to recollect somebody's name is to state it at any rate twice during the discussion. Learning this work skill will leave a very positive impression on you. 11. You should know how to negotiate. Great negotiation abilities can spare you a huge amount of cash. These work skills can likewise get you that raise at your job you've been envisioning about. In case you know how to negotiate legitimately, it implies you're holding every one of these cards and you're set up to fight it out. 12. You should know how to recognize a lie. Work skills. Figuring out how to distinguish when somebody is lying to you. It appears like a sneaky thing to do, however, you'd be shocked how convenient it could turn out to be, particularly in case you're bringing up kids, or accountable for a colossal group. It allows you to consider all potential outcomes in a relationship. Did you know 91% of people lie all the time at work and at home, and you're lied to about 2 or 3 times in a 10 minutes discussion? No doubt. 13. You should know how to tell a decent story. It sucks being the one individual around the pit fire who has nothing to offer, isn't that right? Figure out how to tell a decent story that will have individuals utilizing their creative impulses once more. At the point when the power goes out or there's no phone service accessible, with this work skill you'll be a significant person of importance to everybody. 14. You should know how to utilize a credit card effectively. It's not money. A large number of people utilize their credit cards unreliably, and in doing as such, spend a great deal more cash on things than they are really worth, pay huge amounts of expenses, and don't be able to receive the many rewards of the cards. Credit cards' balance should be paid each month on time and they shouldn't enable you to live beyond your means. With this work skill, you can effectively manage your expenses and learn to save. 15. You should know how to speak a language other than English. Did you know that 75% of the world does this not communicate in English? That is a number of people you won't have the ability to speak with in case you happen to be in a zone where English isn't their first dialect. Extend your points of view and endeavor to speak with whatever is left of the world. Begin with Hindi. Or Chinese.